Hello everybody and welcome once again to The Brink as we bring you another Brinkaliciously awesome version of your favouriteest podcast that you didn't know was your favourite because you never used to listen to it, and it's another big episode, a special episode this week. We've got plenty of content, new content this week, because you will hear a lot of travelling stories. No, I'm not back in Mexico. No, I'm not back in Canada. I am back in Melbourne, and a lot of things happen. You're going to hear from Sam, you're going to hear from Josh, you're going to hear from the Serge, you're going to probably hear from Nikki Lauda, and you might even hear from me, because that's generally what happens. But it's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting, and as always, you've been giving us great amounts of feedback throughout the week and listening to all around the world. Still waiting for those people in Mountain View to send us a message. If you're listening again in Mountain View, we'd love to hear from you. We're going to put that out every single week. But especially if you're listening in Melbourne, let us know that you're listening, because that's what we like to do, apparently beg for listeners. So it's another Brink, it's another exciting time. Let's get into the fun stuff. We've got a special guest for you right now, sort of. He's not really special because he used to co-host the show. It's Samuel McCrossan. Hello, Sam.
But I'm still special, right?
Oh, do your parents tell you that you're special?
No, they don't. But I think I'm special.
I think you're special, Sam. I think you're special. Now, we're recording this sitting on a train, heading to the football. It's Thursday night at time. We're recording this to completely date this recording. But we've made it to Melbourne for our annual pilgrimage to the Grand Prix. But it also seems to coincide this year with football. Carlton Richmond, the Mighty Blues, up against the Tigers. And Sam is torn. Sam is very torn. Now, we're filming the Brink Unleashed 6.5, the hunt for the return of Ralph Jenkins. Mm-hmm. And we just filmed a little video about Sam saying how torn he is. Now, has your mind changed in the space of 10 minutes since we recorded that video about who you're going to go for tonight?
No. I generally don't change my mind in the space of 10 minutes, Ben.
You're not a woman?
No, I'm not a woman.
We're allowed to say that. No one listens. Anyway, we've got a special guest right now joining us in the background. Are you excited for the game at least, Sam?
Oh, I'm excited about it. This is the first time I've ever been to the first game of the season, so...
Well, that's not true. We went to Collingwood Fremantle the other year.
Was that the first game of the year?
I'm pretty sure that was the first game of the year. Yeah, it was.
Really?
2013? 2014.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't... That wasn't Carlton versus...
Carlton played Port Adelaide that weekend, remember? We jetted it from because it was 2014. It was the year that Ricardo got disqualified, because we found out when we were at Carlton Port Adelaide.
Okay, stand corrected.
But you've never been to a real first game of the season. Like, Collingwood Fremantle don't play the opening game of the season. Carlton Richmond play the opening game of the season. This is the real opening game.
This is the real opening game.
This is the real stuff.
Yeah. With the traditional two teams. Yeah, no, good stuff.
And you are a huge F1 fan, but you're also a bigger footy fan. So I guess for you it's also exciting the fact that footy is back tonight.
Very excited. I'm slightly more footy than F1, but they're both up there. What are you?
More F1.
Slightly more F1?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I peaked and troughed throughout my life with football, you know, like huge in the 90s, 2000s, you know, I guess it kind of goes with how Carlton go, but I'm still very much into it now as opposed to 10 years ago when we were still shit. We're still shit right now, but hey, like, whatever, it's those middle periods, you know, but hey, I'm hoping on this episode at least that obviously by the time this is released we know who would have won. And obviously Josh and I talked about the fact that, you know, one of us has to sing the song. So we're going to see tonight perhaps if, I don't even know if we're going to make the recording. Again, I don't know what's happening. But I said to Josh last week, at least if I have to sing the Richmond song, it's a decent song. I don't have to sing, you know, he doesn't go for Collingwood or Hawthorn at least.
Oh, imagine trying to sing the West Coast Eagles song.
Oh, well, I mean, it's only got 3 lyrics, so I mean, it's not that hard.
Well, I suppose, but pretty difficult tune to nail, I would have thought. It's a pretty horrendous one.
Speaking of not horrendous, right now we can see the MCG, Sam. This is where it gets a bit exciting. You're seeing it. You're seeing the hallowed turf on the left of us.
Oh, hallowed turf, Ben. Oh, there's nothing like the thrill of a footy game, is there?
The last time I was here, it was on Grand Final Day. So I was at the last game of season 2016 and at the first game of season 2017. There's a bit of a thing for you.
That's right, you lucky duck. Yes, you have not missed a game out of the last 2.
I know, right? Yeah. If I went to tomorrow night, it would have been 3. Maybe I'll have to go tomorrow night just to make it 3 in a row. Who knows? All right, we're nearly here. We're going to do more of this. You'll hear more of Sam and myself on this episode. But also, will we hear from the Serge this weekend?
Well, he's here in Melbourne.
Is he? Is he really?
Yes, Ben, he is.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too, yeah. Because he's a good fella deep down.
Is he? I don't think you've ever been on an episode with him. You always seem to disappear when he comes in.
I do, yeah. No.
Bit daunted by it.
That's the ego thing, Ben. Yeah.
Well, as I said, you'll hear from more of us on this episode. We're going to give you some behind-the-scenes stuff from our filming of Brink Unleashed 6.5, the return of Ralph Jenkins, coming soon to a theatre near you, as well as bringing the Serge, and maybe Nikki Lauda. Can we get Nikki Lauda on this episode?
I think we'll get Nikki Lauda and Vitaly Petrov in.
We're going to make it happen. This is what's happening on the Brink, and it's exciting. I'm excited. Let's go watch the footy.
Yo.
So as you heard previously talking with Sam on the train, he mentioned that Serge is actually hanging about Melbourne, and funnily enough, at the football, Sam's gone for a bit of a slash at three-quarter time, and strange things happen because lo and behold, here is the Sergeant Porcupine. Serge, welcome to Melbourne.
A slash? What's that mean, Ben?
Well, he was a guitarist of the Guns N' Roses, but I actually think more so he had to do a piss. He had to take a whiz, expel some urine from his doodle.
Well, expel urine. That's a more technical term, I think.
Yeah, exactly. You're at the football, but Collingwood don't play till tomorrow night. What are you doing here tonight?
Oh, well, I got the wrong night, didn't I?
You did? So you don't have tickets tomorrow night?
Well, that's why I'm here all dressed up in my Collingwood gear.
You do look a bit strange in your black and white there, Sarge. I'm used to seeing in your light blue of the Tasmanian Police Department, but I've never seen you quite dressed like this before.
No, well, I'm still proud to wear the Magpie colours, even at a Carlton Richmond game. I mean, we are the best club after all.
See how you feel you're going to go. I mean, obviously, again, by the time people hear this, they'll know how you did go against the Doggies, but how are you feeling right now, less than 24 hours from seeing your beloved black and white?
Well, I think we'll win, Ben, but I'll tell you what, our chances would increase if we had Dane Swan on board.
You're still ruining the fact that he's gone?
Yes, I am. I won't miss the tattoos, though. I don't like the tats, no.
Don't like the tats?
No, I do not.
It's a bit of a shame. Anything, I mean, you want to arrest anyone while you're here? I mean, you're at a ground filled with about 70,000 people. A lot of people to arrest here.
Well, yeah, that's right. I would take your pick. But,
what about that guy down there?
Which guy, Ben?
The one that I pointed at, number 8 there for Richmond. As in the supporter.
Jack Rewald, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, no, I actually do have someone I want to arrest, Ben.
Tell me, Sarge.
Joel Selwood.
All right, okay.
Stupid boy.
Well, because of his speeding or because he plays for Geelong, or both?
Both. I hate the Cats, you know that.
Yeah. You really don't seem like a cat supporter.
No class at all, the Cats.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. And Joel Selwood, how dare he think he can speed?
Now, did you happen to contact the Victoria Police who pulled him over and have some words with them?
I was the one that got the Cats robbed of their TAC sponsorship. That was all down to me.
So you pulled him up under the You Stupid Flog Act of the 1926 year?
No, I don't use profanities, Ben. I don't use that word, flog. No.
What word would you use?
Stupid person act, Ben.
Stupid person act. All right. Anything else to add?
Well, what are you trying to kick me off, are you?
No, again, we can commentate. I'd love to hear you commentating. How would you commentate a game of football?
Oh, well, the umpire bounces the ball, the two ruckmen go at it. The tap is won by Cruiser down to Murphy. Murphy kicks forward. Oh, and Casboult's taking a big mark.
Pretty spot on. I think you might give Bruce a bit of a run for his money.
Well, I like to think so. I'm pretty good at it, Ben.
You bloody are.
Well, that's right.
All right, so we're about to see the final quarter here. Again, people listening to this know the result. The amazing comeback from the Blues. What a comeback it was. Getting my hopes up, aren't I?
Well, Ben, 25 points down. It's going to be tough.
Stranger things have happened, Sarge. Stranger things have happened. What else are you doing in Melbourne while you're up here? Can we chat to you a bit more at the Grand Prix or something like that, or what else will you be doing?
Well, I mean, I might come down. I don't know. I've actually got a paddock pass, Ben.
Oh, la-di-da. Who are you going to go hang out with? Are you going to arrest anyone there or just chill, or what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going down to arrest the Ferrari team, actually.
Oh, the whole team?
The whole lot of them. Don't like Ferrari.
Who's your team?
My team, thanks for asking, Ben. It's actually the Force India team.
I was thinking Force India. You know, those new pink liveries really suit the Sarge, I feel.
They certainly do. I really like the pink livery, Ben. Looks fast to me.
All right, well, this game's on now, so thank you, Sarge, for joining us in football, and perhaps we'll catch you if you've got a break in your paddock days at the Grand Prix and talk to you about some other things.
Righto.
Now, while we continue to have some fun here on the Brink with some new stuff that you're hearing from travels throughout Melbourne, we thought we'd still bring you a few regular segments that you do know and love, including a classic live performance. This time we're going back to the year 2011 to hear from a little band called King Carousel. Now, a band that did used to feature a couple of friends of ours on the show. One such person, of course, Matt Ryman. Caitlin, of course, is the partner of Paul, who obviously you will hear from on this episode, and this was their former band, as I mentioned, King Carousel. Now, this is called Dodgy Harmony, a song which they supposedly quickly wrote on the spot for our 300th show, I believe, back in 2011. So this one's a bit from the vault, 6 years old now, but let's hear this one. Dodgy Harmony, live on the Brink, King Carousel from 2011.
I'll make my way, you gonna meet somewhere soon, chasing white away, all the way to you. Now we're here, let's do. I know these aren't headlights on my head, they're just something. No, I'm not dead. Guess these are headlights on my head. That is something. No, I'm not dead. Brink show, yeah. Congratulations on your 300th show. I wish for you 300 more. A Brink for me and a Brink for you. I know these are headlights on my head. That is something. No, I'm not dead. I guess these are headlights in my head. It's just something. No, I'm not dead.
really don't know why the fuck we keep bringing him back, but for some reason he's back again. It's Dakota Leary. Sup, Dakota?
Hey guys, what's up?
Oh, just chilling, staring at some kid standing at a door and just never gets let in. I mean, seriously, whose house is that?
Yeah, that's not even a house.
It's not a house. It's a what?
It's not a house. It's just like a weirdo, like, it's at Harmez's work.
Right. Okay. And what does he
like,
do?
yeah.
Like, he just works in a door shop?
He's a piano teacher.
A what?
He's a piano teacher.
Oh, of course he is. How did I? Of course I. That's when he used to, like, fill you up and touch you as a teacher. I knew that.
We don't talk about that.
Just making some accusations.
Yeah, that was an accusation and a half.
Oh, well, whatever. It's not like we haven't said worse on this show. What's going down in Dakota Town?
Not a lot, just playing some Forza.
Cool.
So,
yep.
Don't start uni for 4 months, so I've got jack all to do. Like,
you poor thing. I'm sure everybody's listening.
Sucks.
Oh, poor little Dakota's got nothing to do for 4 months.
No, I'm so bored, it sucks.
Make the most of it. Can I just point that out? Make the most of being bored, because in, like, I don't know, a year's time when you're studying out your asshole, and you'll be like, oh my god, I wish I was bored and I could play Forza.
Nah, I'm a 15-year-old kid. I don't.
That's true.
See the bright side of anything. So.
That's true. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You and I got angry last week. I think we're going to get angry again at some point again today.
What are we going to get angry about?
Well, I don't know yet. I haven't played the introduction. I wasn't going to go there straight away. I was going to talk to you first.
Oh.
I mean, do you want to get angry straight away, or do you want to talk for? What do you want to do?
Talk to me.
You want to talk?
I don't know. I don't care. Don't put so much pressure on me.
That was a very interesting noise you just made.
I don't know what it was. It just came out. And I was like, oh, okay. Stick with it now.
I'm slightly worried by that noise, actually. But having said that, maybe we will play this introduction.
Ben and Dakota get angry.
And get hit in the head with a piece of glass. We are going to get angry.
Oh, shit.
Yes, shit is the operative term, because we can say that. Shall I get started, or do you want to get angry? What do you want to do here?
I don't know if I'm angry.
Well, you know what makes me angry?
What?
The fact that I went into this segment and I didn't even warn you about it, but now we're doing it anyway and you're not angry.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
The fact for, like, even when we were on the brink, like, the past 10 times we've done Ben and Dakota get angry, I haven't been angry about anything. I need more stress in my life so I can get angry about stuff.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
You're 15. Your life is full of stress. What the fuck are you talking about?
You know what makes me angry?
What?
I'm 18, so my life is full of even more stress, but I'm not stressed about it. That makes me angry.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
24 Legacy. The show is shit. It shouldn't have the name 24 on it. It's crap. Jack Bauer's missing, and it's crap. Let's say it again. It's crap.
It's crap.
It's crap.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
Game of Thrones. You can't just kill off main characters. Like,
you know what makes me angry?
What?
Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I've never fucking watched it, and I'm getting sick of people telling me to watch it. If I want to watch it, I'll watch it. So shut the fuck up.
No, watch it.
Shut the fuck up.
Watch it.
No.
Please watch it, Ben.
Maybe, one day.
Please. Please, Ben, watch
is
it.
this Ben and Dakota beg each other now?
You know what makes me angry?
What?
Oh, shit, I just forgot.
You know what makes me angry?
That makes me angry. What?
Shopping. I hate shopping. It's shit. Like, even when you got money to spend, it's okay. But when you can't make your mind up and you're doing it by yourself, it's shit. This is why men need girlfriends. Because even though women can't make their mind up, they can somehow make their mind up when it comes to shopping.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
Shopping. Do you know why it makes me angry?
Why?
Because my legs are too short for any pair of pants ever.
Ever.
I literally cannot find a pair of pants where the legs actually fit mine.
Well, wouldn't you just buy shorts
Like,
then?
it's
The shorts would
impossible.
become pants for you?
That's not how it works.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
Things that don't work. You should have pants that can fit you. That's just wrong.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
My 9-year-old cousin.
Okay.
She has more Twitter followers than me, and she's 9.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
9-year-olds with Twitter. Go outside and play with shit. Like, you're 9. You don't need Twitter. No, that's wrong.
You know what makes me angry?
What?
My 6-year-old cousin told me to get wrecked the other day. And I was like, what even are you? Like, what's going on?
You know what makes me angry?
Go away. What?
You hanging out with your cousins. Get some real friends.
Shit, man. Dude, that's not on at all.
Below the belt. Oh, I've gone
Chill
too
out.
far. Ben gets too
Jeez.
far.
Nah, mate. You can't. Nah. You know what? Nah, because...
Is that all you're going to
what
say
I
to me?
said?
Nah, mate, nah.
I'm trying to hang up on you, but it's not letting me.
You hang up, I'm not calling you back. I'm telling you now. Well, that was apparently Ben and Dakota get angry, and it involves Dakota just hanging up. All right. That was a short segment this week. We'll maybe see if we bring him back next week, considering 2 weeks in a row now it's involved him hanging up in some form or another. Oh, hang on. Let's see what goes on here. I don't know if I want to talk to you.
I think you do.
You do realise what I just did. You do realise I just told the listeners that was the end of the segment. And what I say is gospel on this show, Dakota. You should know that by now. Like, we're continuing on a segment that I allegedly just ended. I mean, it's not like we ever lie on this show.
Oh, I may as well just die then.
Well, that's a bit far. Like, I mean, you have to one day. I mean, we all do.
But I have no friends. I only hang out with my cousins.
Why are you hanging... I guess we're done with being angry right now. But why are you hanging out with your 9 and 6-year-old cousins?
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to do that. They're family, Ben. I'm not allowed
Isn't
to
it
spend
about
time
time?
with family.
Of course you are, Dakota. You're Tasmanian.
That's what I thought. Oh.
Too far?
Oh.
Too far?
No, I can't do that because that's another show.
What's another show?
I was going to talk about High Noon, but I can't do
You
that.
can talk about High Noon, Fridays from 12
Okay.
to 2 p.m. on Edge Radio in Hobart. That's a great show. I've heard about it. You definitely can talk about it.
So, my mate Rowan, who
Yeah.
tunes in to the show,
Yeah,
we found out we're technically cousins.
Right. So your friend is a cousin. So again, like, is that why you hang out with your cousins? Because you think your cousins are friends?
No, because we just found out that the other day that, like, he's basically my cousin.
So, okay, what's basically my cousin mean?
Okay, so, he's my, like, fucking, like...
Yeah, good start.
So, my uncle married this chick,
Yeah.
right? And then, her parents became, like, my uncle and auntie sort of thing.
Great aunt and uncle. Right, cool.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
And then, those parents, like, sort of, like, surrogately adopted, like, my friend, like, Rowan's mum.
Right.
So, me and Rowan are essentially cousins.
By adoption.
By surrogacy thing.
So if I
It's
adopt
great.
a cat, and that cat used to be owned by Rowan's sister, does that mean that I'm, like, kind of like cousins like with Rowan like?
Yeah. Sure.
Hashtag
If you
Tasmania.
if you want to be, you can do that.
Any other random cousins that you've discovered this week by watching an episode of Neighbours?
I don't watch Neighbours, Ben.
Well, clearly, this is how you describe it. My friend's cousin's dad's uncle adopted his best friend's sister who married his friend. This week on Neighbours, Dakota discovers his family lineage.
I did a huge jump on Forza Horizon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It was
This
huge.
is the worst segment you and I have ever done. You are literally not giving a shit about anything. You're hanging up
Nah.
on me. You're getting angry.
Nah.
You're talking about
Hey,
cousins and
last
Forza
segment,
and jumps.
You hung up on me. You hung up on me like 3 times.
Because you offended Kevin Bacon, and that's worthy of being
You
hung
said
up on.
I had no friends.
If you ranked the worst things in the world, right? Like, if you had a list of the worst possible things you could do, okay? Like, number 1, probably murder. Number 2, like, list goes
Probably.
on. We won't go through all the heinous things that are terrible. But, like,
Okay.
at least number 4 is offending Kevin Bacon. And, like,
No,
claiming
it's not
Dakota
funny.
Leary has no friends is at, like, number 17,646,326,112.
I mean, but if it's a list of things I find, like, bad.
But no, it's not about
Then-
you, Dakota. It's about the
But
world.
that's what you said. You said if you were to make a list
Of the worst things in
stuff-
the world, not the worst things to you.
No, but to me, but like the worst things in the world are like subjective, are they not? Like,
No, I'm sure that I'm pretty certain that most people would generally agree that murder's probably about number one.
Nah, but your worst thing in the world could be murder, and my worst thing in the world could be a hangnail on my finger.
So you've got an option, right? You could either murder little old lady down the street or get rid of a hangnail. You're going to choose getting rid of a hangnail, and that means that poor little old lady gets murdered.
Yes.
Wow. I love that you value a hangnail more than you... I don't know, Dakota. You're a strange 15-year-old, and that's saying something.
Look, it is saying something.
It is, because otherwise you wouldn't have heard me say it, because generally that's what happens when I speak.
No shit. You're such a liar. Oh my God.
Hey, that's not very nice. That we stand on truth on the brink. You know, Donald Trump believes us.
Well, I mean, you also told the listeners that it was the end of the segment, then it wasn't, so...
Well, that's true, but that was your fault. You know what makes me angry? When I have to lie to the listeners because you hang up on me and I tell them it's over, and yet they're still putting up with this bullshit because it's not over, because we're here. But it's funny at the same time because, you know what makes me pleasantly surprised is that generally we can make good content out of it, and I like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's nice.
Do you remember? Here's a question for you. Do you remember? You know what makes me mildly annoyed? That's kind of...
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Yeah. Just thought I'd ask. What else can we randomly talk about?
Oh, I just crashed.
Did you? That's a shame. What are you driving?
Yeah.
What are you driving?
I'm driving an aerial Nomad.
Absolutely. I know those cars very well.
It's a car.
I wouldn't doubt that, being that you're playing Forza.
No, it's like a buggy thing, and it's pretty cool.
Right. You know what else is cool?
Nah.
Ice. It's just, ice, baby. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We thought of... Yeah, I'm really going to end this segment now. Got anything else to add before we close this off?
Just memes.
Memes. What in general?
That's all. Just memes. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Next week when we get you on, I want to make sure that you get let inside. I want to see a picture of you inside a door.
Ew, okay? That's disgusting.
That's what she said.
Oh, that's horrible.
All right. And that definitely sums up this segment. That is horrible. Dakota, thank you for your time.
I'm sorry, I was spewing up.
Alright, keeping up with those regular segments, it's time for...
This is like a flashback. This is like a dream.
A flashback. Now, this one is one that I'm surprised I actually haven't played yet, because this is one of my most memorable, famous fives that we used to always ask our guests. We asked them the same 5 questions all the time, and a variety of different guests, of course, answer these ones. And we have played classic interviews in the past, but this one is just a little separate one I wanted to play. Andrew Hansen and Chris Taylor, very well known from being part of the Chasers. Of course, Chasers were on everything, CNN, all the election specials, and everything along those lines. And definitely one of my favourite guests I've ever had on the show. They were in town for Spiegel Tent. They were doing a live performance, and we spoke to them on the phone in the lead up to that. And this is the answers they gave to our famous 5 questions. And as you can tell, this is easily one of the best set of answers, I should say, we ever had. Guys, as I said, we wrap up with a set of 5 questions. So these are just a bit of fun for a very fun interview, and I'm very much looking forward to your answers for these ones. I'll alternate between you. I'll start with Chris. You can answer the first question first. What is your favourite type of cheese?
Cheese stick. The cheese stick in Dolce Gorgonzola form, not that shitty craft stuff.
Right, that's fancy cheese stick.
It's fancy cheese stick. You can't buy them. No. I just have to make them myself. No, I've written to Kraft and asked, where's the Gorgonzola Dolce cheese stick? They won't do it, but so I've had to make them myself.
Oh, well, look, there you go. Andrew, what about you? What's your favourite type of cheese?
Andre Rieu.
Oh, very underrated cheese, I feel.
Very aged. A popular one.
Yeah, very popular. He'll play you all day.
Aged and mild.
Yes. Question number 2, guys. When it comes to toilet paper, are you folders or scrunches?
Well, that assumes we use toilet paper at all.
Well, that's very true. We've already talked about poo, and, we're just assuming.
I like to fold. Just while I'm on the toilet, I don't use it, but I just, as a habit, a sort of nervous habit, while I'm on the on the throne doing my business. I just fold the entire roll and then set it aside.
Right.
But yeah, I don't actually use paper for actual wiping or anything like that.
Okay, there you go. There's a secret that a lot of us have learnt today. Andrew, what about you?
Oh, look, I'm very cautious when it comes to that. I use one entire roll per wipe. I don't even unravel it. You just want to make sure that, I've got enough there.
Right, okay then. You buy a 9-pack every week then?
Yeah, that's right,
So,
yeah.
Yep, all right. Question number 3, guys. Growing up, we'll start with Andrew this time. Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Oh, Rolf Harris, and that really backfired on me.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, that's a bit awkward now.
yeah. You only make that mistake once.
Yes, as a lot of other people did. Chris, your childhood celebrity crush?
No, that was
Chris. He jumped the gun because.
Oh, you both? Oh, right, okay, right. There you go. Sorry, Andrew, they're yours.
And now that he's done that, mine is the. I can't beat that answer. So
right.
We'll have to move to the next question. I mean, that's. I'm not going to exceed that.
Not touching that one. Question number 4. Also growing up, what was your dream job?
Mine was to have a job as a billionaire.
A billionaire.
I just wanted to be, a total billionaire who just didn't have to do anything ever.
Yep.
That's my dream job.
Yes.
Is that a job you can apply for?
Well, ask Bill Gates.
I wonder if that was like Clive Palmer's dream as a kid. He was like in the sand pit at school, like when he was building like models of the Titanic in the sandpit. He goes, one day I'm going to be a billionaire. I got to do the job that I wanted to do, which was serve at Baker's Delight. Because I always just thought if you had that sort of access to amazing, delicious treats all day, that'd be a dream job. And I finally, like when I was at uni, I finally got to apply, and I got a job at Baker's Delight, and I lasted one day because I'd eaten so many of the free samples that they leave out on top that they said, "Sir, I don't think this is working out. Can you please leave?"
Oh, wow.
So I got to do it. But I got to do it.
That's
so
good.
I was happy. My ambition had been met.
That's good for the kids listening. Did you get promoted? Did you at least get to draw writing in the flower and make those ads that you guys did on the show for a while? Or?
I was there for like 8 hours. No, I just ate for the whole time.
Okay, that's like day 2. They teach you on that, perhaps. The final question for you today, guys. What is your worst habit? And either of you can jump in with that answer.
Yeah, murder.
Murder.
It's a terrible, terrible habit of just murdering people. It's a really bad habit. I can't get out of it, but it's just sort of addictive and, I'm finding it hard to shake.
Yes.
That's nothing. That's nothing. I've got this shocking genocide habit, but it's a nervous habit. It's only when I drink, like, it's a social. I'm a social genocide person. Like, I don't do it all the day. But yeah, I know I should quit and give up. I'm trying to quit, and I wear these patches. There's these anti-genocide patches you can get, but they're not doing the trick. It's really hard to fight this one. But yeah, I guess that would be the most annoying one I have.
Genocide Anonymous or something like that.
The number of races he's gone through, it's just, it's a real nuisance.
Well, I think there's another topic for another show.
Although I do get fan mail from Andrew Bolt, who's grateful that I've removed some of them. So it swings and roundabouts.
It's working slightly.
Still gets me laughing. Absolutely classic, and we'll have to play the full interview for that at some point down the line because it was also a very memorable interview.
Always fun to be able to talk to our next person on the show, although I'm trying to be a bit careful, I think, this week, because I'm not sure if Barack Obama may be listening into this conversation. It is Mr. Paul Luttrell. Paul, welcome back to the Brink.
Yeah, good to be here. And I don't have any microwaves in the room, so I think I'm safe.
I've got one probably about 2 meters to the left of me, so yeah, I'm not too sure how that's going. I mean, what the hell, do I need to be careful when I now microwave like my macaroni and cheese each Monday night?
Yeah, just don't have any anti-American sentiments and you might be fine.
Never would I have such a thing.
America, every time you heat up your cold pizza from last night or whatever.
If I'm microwaving macaroni and cheese, surely that's kind of like pro-American. I just need to put a gun in there or something, and then I'm good, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think although you probably don't want to put a gun in the microwave. It's...
Well, it would destroy the wiretap. So not that I would want to. America, please spy on me. I love you. You're awesome. What is the deal here? I sound like Jerry Seinfeld. What is the deal with Donald Trump accusing Barack Obama of spying on him?
Is he spying or is he supposed to be the president? I don't know. I think it's just a way to distract people from other things. I think Donald Trump does this thing where he basically says something absurd, the media gets caught up on that, and while he's busy doing that, he gets other things by. It's a way of, I think it's just clogging up the news cycle, I guess, with things.
Well, this is. I mean, look, again, this is kind of a weird compliment to Donald Trump. But I mean, people used to ask me, what do I think of Donald Trump? And I used to always think, look, I think he's a very smart man in terms of the way he plays the media. He says what he needs to say. He gets the attention he desires. And I mean, it helped him ultimately get the presidency. So clearly, then, what you're saying is true. So he's perhaps sneakily, I don't know, invading Cleveland or something, while everybody is just like, "Hey, maybe Obama did wiretap Donald Trump. Oh, he's a nut job." And an entire city in the US has just been like taken over by the National Guard or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I think he's an imbecile, but he has one specific skill set, and that is essentially just basically pure stubbornness when it comes to bullshitting. That he will never admit that he's wrong, and somehow it just keeps feeding itself, and it works somehow. But he's an absolute imbecile in every other way.
I love how you had to like describe that. I think he's a complete imbecile, but it's do we not feel that maybe in like, I don't know, 10, 20 years, he's like in his 90s, in 20 years time, he's just going to be all like, guys, I get it. I'm a bit of a knob. I'm sorry. The following things that I said weren't true, and we were on TV for like 3 weeks non-stop.
Well, I don't think so. He's 70 years old now. You think by the time you get to 70, you've got a little bit of wisdom, and you can, maybe your ego is not that big. You can kind of see past certain things, but he doesn't. He seems to still be a bit of a child, I think. So.
It's not good when the President of the United States is basically using the US as a porch and he's yelling at his neighbours going, "Get off my lawn," which is essentially what he does to Mexico. I mean, he hasn't done it to Canada yet. Did you see his meeting with Angela Merkel with the whole handshake debacle? And I mean, we're talking about awkward meetings. That's your "fuck you, I hate you" meeting. I don't want to be in the same room with you, but I kind of have to be meeting.
Yeah, that was just weird. Just the look on his face and everything. He just went just blank. It's like, I'm not even going to acknowledge your existence or whatever. Oh man, that was. I don't know if it was like the old school kind of 60s kind of attitude of men should be men in the thing and not women, or I don't know. But it was just really strange that he wouldn't shake a hand.
And when he was with the British Prime Minister, but Theresa May, he's holding hands with her. Yet when it comes to the German Chancellor,
maybe it was some kind of deeper.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like and just the reaction that you saw on Angela Merkel's face, just when she's kind of like, do you want to shake hands? And he doesn't even acknowledge. It's not like he just says like, "Oh no, we won't. It's fine." He just ignores her. It's like the brother who's like 10 and is being told to like hug his sister, and he just does it by ignoring her. I mean, this is the President of the United States who's acting like a child with the leader of one of the most powerful countries in the world.
Yeah, giving her the silent treatment. It's the old, that's the 10-year-old play.
Oh, this is. I mean, look, again, neither you and I are American, and we're embarrassed by this. I don't know how that works. I can't imagine Malcolm Turnbull, doing that. I mean, whether you like Malcolm Turnbull or not, he's at least got to shake hands with the Prime Minister of New Zealand, whoever it is, this week. I'm not that we really hate them, but well, we do. But I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah. At least say words.
Yes, say words, Donald. The Donald. Look, we've talked a lot about this. One thing, though, it really is making comedians, and particularly like late night TV in America, really shine. I mean, I've really gotten into Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and I know that Stephen Colbert, I think he's now the leading TV show host. I think he's overtaken Fallon, just because people seem to be more interested in political satire and really ripping into Donald Trump than they do about Jimmy Fallon interviewing Justin Timberlake. So, Stephen Colbert still has his celebrity guests, but he's kind of more into the news, I guess. So I guess there's positives about this, Paul. Our US late night TV show hosts are certainly in their element right now.
Yeah, and they don't even really have to work that hard. It's kind of the comedy writes itself. I'm like you. I watch a lot of John Oliver, Stephen Colbert, and even like Seth Meyers as well. And yeah, they all kind of have the same kind of thing going on. And yeah, it's kind of it's funny, but then it's also it's a bit sad that this is basically clogs up everything. It's kind of nothing else really gets talked about. It's all about Trump. Trump would love that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know.
This is ultimately, I guess, what needs to be done, which is not going to happen because it's 2017 and this is impossible. But we just need to ignore him and not do any news about it. That's where Donald Trump gets pissed. That's where things start to really get bad. This is where all of a sudden we are going to wake up. He hasn't been talked about in a week, and we have found out that like America has invaded Bolivia or something like that. Because he wants the attention. So it's, and yeah, like you're right, it's sad also in a way too, because we're laughing along with it, like, it all sounds like a big joke, but the fact is, pretty much everything that they're joking about happened and is true.
Yeah, and it's affecting a lot of people. I mean, you think like the healthcare and everything, it's a lot of people can die because of those healthcare cuts and whatever. Yeah, but getting on to that, the FBI have announced that they're they're investigating the collusion of the Trump administration with Russia. Nuts.
It's interesting, isn't it? They've come out and said, like, oh no, Obama did nothing wrong. Oh, but while we're here, we may as well look into you and Russia. I mean, this is interesting, isn't it? Look, I don't think any of us wanted to believe the Obama thing was true, so none of us really even went over the possibility that was true and what would happen. But this is the opposite. If this is true, if this has happened, is this impeachable? Is this the final days of Trump and hello, Mr. President Pence soon?
Well, you'd think so, and I'm not sure if it would extend to the whole administration. It probably should if the administration itself is colluding. But I'm guessing it's kind of like a treasonous act, really, to outsource your, to basically steal an election using foreign government.
Yeah. That has to be treason, surely. You're going against the government to form government? Is that in the Constitution?
I don't know, but it was funny that while the hearing was still taking place, Donald Trump was saying there's no evidence that we colluded with Russia or whatever.
Fake news.
I found it funny that he said there is no evidence, and he didn't say we didn't collude with Russia. He said there is no evidence to suggest we colluded with Russia. So that's an interesting distinction for me. If you didn't do it, you would say that you didn't do it. You wouldn't say there is no evidence.
Well, you're kind of saying, well, I did do it, but you've got no evidence.
We were careful. I did do it, but we were careful.
And on the flip side of that, it didn't seem to matter that there wasn't any evidence when you're accusing the former president of wiretapping you. Yet now there's no evidence, but that's okay, because clearly Obama, got away with it in your eyes.
It also didn't seem to matter when you're accusing Hillary Clinton of, leaking bloody classified documents or whatever.
So what? I mean, look, we're going to end this in a sec, but I don't know if you know the answer to this. I'm probably just putting this out there because maybe this is one that we all need to think about. But yeah, if the entire administration gets impeached, if that's it, they're done. I mean, I know there's actually like a proper, it's on Wikipedia if anybody ever wants to see it, it's quite fascinating, an actual line of like who becomes a president if, the top 50 people are killed. I mean, watch the Kiefer Sutherland show, Designated Survivor, it kind of got a bit on that, it's quite interesting. I mean, do we then just get random senator from like Iowa, number 212 on the ticket, that becomes president because somehow 211 people before him or her got the flick?
I don't know, it's very Game of Thrones though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of, who is going to be the usurper or whatever of the throne? I'm not sure. I think surely they would have some kind of system set up for that, but I don't think it hasn't happened in the past. We've had dead presidents, but not whole administrations wiped out.
It's very interesting. I'm just trying to see quickly before I let you go if I can really super quickly find this. I have. So, if, for example, the top, I don't know, 60 people, well, it's only giving me the top 15. All right, well, that's not very helpful. Let's say the top 14 people are all impeached or whatever. So the president, I don't want to say we're not American. Number 15 in line is the Secretary of Homeland Security, John F. Kelly. But I'm kind of assuming he would be out of there too, wouldn't he? I don't know. There's a bit of a list there, Paul. There's a bit of a list. Only one woman is on this list, Betsy DeVoe, the Secretary of Education at 13. Oh, no, hang on. I take that back. Secretary of Transportation, Elaine Chao, is also on this list. So, 2 women out of 15 people who are in line to be the President of the United States, Paul.
Yep.
There you go.
It's fitting with Trump's philosophy, I think.
Well, who knows? The way things are going, the next time we talk to you, Elaine Chao could be President of the USA. So we'll see how we go. Paul, always a pleasure, and we will speak to you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've already heard bits and pieces from the football, and as you would have heard last week, we we have a long-running bet on this program when it comes to our AFL teams playing each other, the co-hosts and all that sort of jazz. The loser has to sing the other person's winning song, and, well, we've got Josh on the line first of all. Josh, welcome back.
Hey, time for a victory lap, my brother.
I kind of did tell you this would happen a week ago, so... yeah, do you have anything else to say before I press play on this and get this over and done with?
I'm just going to revel in the glory that is the Tigers.
This might be the first ever time I've done this actually for Richmond, isn't it? I can't even remember.
No, it's the first time you've done it because every other time we haven't had the opportunity to record after a game.
I think every other opportunity, Josh, let's be honest, Richmond just did not beat Carlton when we used to do this. So that's, I think, what you're actually trying to say. So
we're just restarting something and it's on a good note. Just saying.
You restart something every year and it always never works out for you. But anyway, let's get on with this. I have to say, good game last night. It was fun. Last night time recording this, I'm just dating it or whatever. And I'm in a room in the city where basically there's lots of noise outside, so just background noise if people want to know. But all right, I'm going to shut up. Let's do this. You won't be able to hear the song, but just believe me, you can hear the music right now. Oh, we're from Tigerland, a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grit, risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind, we'll fight and win. Oh, we're from Tigerland. We'll never weaken till the final siren's gone. Like the tigers of old, we're strong and we're bold. Oh, we're from Tiger. Oh, we're from Tigerland. I was expecting you to do the whole yellow and black thing there, Josh. I was a bit disappointed.
No, I'm just sitting here, I'm reveling in it. It's fantastic. You know what I thought was really cool too is everyone, one of the friends of the Brink, Chris Hamley, the minute the game was over, he just posted on Facebook. Didn't have to say any words, he just posted a picture of a tiger.
Well, I got to be honest, Richmond supporters aren't known for their subtlety, but anyway, let's keep doing this. Yeah, it's just a long instrumental, doesn't it? Jesus. Okay. Oh, we're from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grit. Hey, risking head and shit. Hey, we're behind and never mind. We'll fight and win. Oh, we're from Tigerland. We'll never weaken till the fight. I'm really getting into it now. It's gone. Like the tigers of old, we're strong and we're bold. Oh, we're from Tiger. Oh, we're from Tigerland. Okay. Is that satisfactory? Is that satisfactory, Josh?
That made me smile.
That made you smile?
Made me smile, man. Made me smile. It was a good game last night, though, I will say.
Yeah.
I was able to catch bits and pieces during my parental control unit's time, and that's the only way you can only thing you can call that is like parental control time.
Well, I have to say, anyway. it was fun, and I was there with my father, with my Sam. Apparently, Sam belongs to me, and also I ran into the Serge while I was at the game. So, but you would have already heard that in this episode if you had listened to it. But that was interesting. So there you go.
That would have been a very interesting thing.
Yes, indeed.
Josh, it's a pleasure. Thank you. And we'll try and get you back on for a longer one next week because remember, that's what she said.
That's exactly right.
Wandering around the Melbourne area, just, happens to be a car race here apparently. We've already heard from several people so far in this episode. It's an eclectic episode, special episode. And joining us again, we found him at the football last night, but somehow we found him here at the Grand Prix. It's this man, the Serge and Porcupine. Welcome back again, twice in one episode. What are the chances?
Yeah, well, I don't know what the chances are, Ben. Well, I wouldn't know. I'm not a mathematician. Is that what I look like?
No, you don't. You look like a police officer.
Well, I hope so, Ben. I'm the law.
You are the law?
Yeah.
And now settle down, pussycat. I think that you're being a bit cheeky with that comment.
Now, don't you go disrespecting me, Ben. Now, what do you want? Hurry up. Come on. What do you want?
Well, what are you doing here? I don't think you've ever mentioned that you're into Formula One and cars. And I mean, what's the thought process in coming to a Grand Prix?
Oh, well, I just wanted to come and have a look. Normally, I don't go and watch inferior people go and try and do physical activity. But I decided to have a look at these Formula One drivers, as they're so called. And I wasn't too impressed, but I thought they were okay. I thought, good on them for having a go.
You mentioned earlier when we were at the football that you're on the lookout to arrest Ferrari. How's that been going so far for you?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do that later on. I don't like Ferrari, as you know. No, I think they're cheats.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they've been cheating for several years. Don't like them very much.
Who do you like?
Oh, well, I think McLaren is my sort of team, Ben.
And they've never cheated before, Sarge?
Well, not that I know of, have they?
2007?
2007.
Yeah.
All right, no, I didn't follow the sport back then, I'm afraid.
Okay, what were you doing back in 2007? That was 10 years ago now.
Well, yes, I was a very important person back in 2007. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I can't actually remember back that far.
Must have been very important then.
No, well, I was. No, I was the chief of police back then.
Oh, okay, well, you can remember. So are you lying to me, are you, Sarge?
Well, no, I'm a man of integrity, Ben. I don't tell lies.
Well, what did you get up to last night after the football? Take us through the night of a Sergeant Porcupine's escapades in Melbourne.
Well, I haven't been sleeping. I don't really sleep very much. It's just I've just got amazing physical stamina. I just keep going and going and going.
So what then do you do in the wee hours of the morning? Just stroll the streets arresting people?
Well, that's right, yes. Stood outside a few pubs, waited for a few brawls to unfold, and...
You started them though, didn't you?
No, I was mouthing a little bit, but...
What do you say? How do you mouth to somebody in Melbourne? You go Sydney's better?
Well, no, I was just... I'll just call him a scrag or whatever.
Okay. And did that work for you last night?
Well, it did. I got a fight started, and I finished it.
How did you finish it? Just whack him around the head, put him in the paddy wagon? What do you do?
No, well, no, I don't hit people, Ben. I just separate people. Yeah.
Separate people. Okay. Well, what else do you want to talk about? I mean, you always say I'm going to get rid of you, but I'm going to make you stick around. Feel free. This is the door's open for you to keep talking.
Oh, well, listen here, pal. I'm generously giving up my time to talk to you. Now, if you want to ask more questions, then you ask more questions.
Well, you gave us some commentary of the football earlier. Could you give us some Formula One commentary, perhaps?
Well, okay. Commentate the start of the race for you, if you like.
Oh, please, all right. The lights are ready to go. Here we go.
All right, it's go in Melbourne. And it's Hamilton leading away, and Ricciardo's got a poor start. Oh, terrible start for Ricciardo. Oh, and he's driven straight into the wall down in turn one. Oh, terrible stuff there.
So that's all that's happening? There's no other cars, it's just Hamilton and Ricciardo?
That's right. Well, I thought that was pretty comprehensive, Ben.
Well, you arrested all the other drivers, did you?
No, well... None of the other cars started the race, I'm afraid.
So now it's just Hamilton driving 58 laps by himself.
Well, he's got to finish the race if he wants to win.
What happens if he doesn't finish?
Well, then there's no trophy awarded.
You get the trophy.
Well, you know, I mean, I like to think I'd probably drive at those cars a little bit faster than these blokes.
I've heard a rumour that you could run the Australian Grand Prix faster than a Formula 1 car can.
Well, that's probably true, Ben. Rumours about me are usually true.
I heard a rumour that you can cook 2-minute noodles in 60 seconds.
Well, faster, actually. No, that one's wrong.
I heard a rumour that the fear of spiders is called arachnophobia, the fear of heights is called something, and the fear of the Sarge is called logic.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure what that means, Ben.
What is the fear of heights called?
Heightоphobia.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. Am I really dumb not to know that?
What's that, Ben?
I don't know. Cool. What else? Here's a question for you. Sam, and you met Sam. Sam's not here. He always goes away when you come. But we're filming a movie this weekend. It's called The Brink Unleashed 6.5, The Return of Ralph Jenkins. Now, we spoke to the Malaysian government. They released this Ralph Jenkins character, and we fear that he's here. And as a police, maybe you need to be our escort. Why don't we have you as our personal security as we're here in Melbourne?
Oh, sorry, Ben. I haven't got enough time for that. You have to cope with that on your own, I'm afraid.
Have you had anything to do with the release of Ralph Jenkins, perhaps?
No, I've had a fair bit to do with the release of dangerous gases into the atmosphere, though, Ben, particularly on trams last night.
Actually, one final question. I'm just thinking about all these. We just saw the Viet supercar race, and there was a car supporting the Pride flag. What did you think of that, Sarge?
Oh, well, no, I don't like that, Ben. No, I like my sports without any political involvement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Well, it got bummed, that car too, so I mean, it's quite appropriate, really.
Got bummed, did it?
It got literally bummed, yes.
All right, and what's that supposed to mean?
I can't really tell you, Sarge. You wouldn't like it. You would disagree, I feel.
Really?
You like to roger your assailants, don't you?
Well, it depends what they've done, I suppose. You know, good old-fashioned rogering can be important at times.
Now, you're an old-school cop. I mean, he's rogering the way of the olden-day police.
Well, I like a bit of rogering. I mean, what is rogering, Ben? Rogering, right? That's where you knock them around a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, if that's the case, then I love rogering. I love rogering anyone, you know, blokes and big and large, you know. The large ones are the best, actually. Cause,
have you ever come across a guy called Bryce Gibbs?
No, I've never heard of him, Ben. I don't know who that is.
You were at the football last night, didn't you see Bryce last night? Played for Carlton, man bun.
Oh, right. Was he the one that got caught up against the fence with a Richmond player behind him?
Oh, he got caught up on the fence, all right. That was a good rogering.
Rogering?
Rogering.
What, he was searched by another...
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yep. Really?
Yeah.
And what did the opposition player find?
The first ever gay AFL player, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't back that up. Hello, Bryce Gibbs, if you're listening. I hear actually a proper Formula 1 car. Sarge's about to call you Bryce. What's going on here?
Yes, well...
I think it's a speed comparison, is it?
What are you talking about? Are you still talking about rogering?
I don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about everything and anything here. I don't know. I just don't want to get rid of you. You always complain I'm trying to get rid of you, but hell, we just keep talking.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want.
What else is there to talk about?
I'd like to go and see this big Formula 1 car with the loud engine, Ben. We don't get to see those very much these days, do we?
Apparently not, no. Well, off you pop then, Sarge. You're leaving me for once. You're not leaving me, are you? You're trying to get rid of me, are you?
What are you talking about, Ben?
Settle down, pussycat.
Stuff you. There.
Wow. He left and then he still said there. I don't know what happened. Anyway, the Sergeant Porcupine. Once again, always fun. It's time for me to get excited because you know what we're about to play.
It's that time of the week to play everybody's favorite game show. It's Forget the Lyrics! Here on the Brink on Edge Radio. Over to the studio.
Oh, forgetting those lyrics. Just gotta have that music going on in the background. Now, this one's back from 2012, and this one is myself and Tali. Now, Tali was a co-host for a very short period during 2012, and this was back from when we went to the London Olympics, and we had a bit of a musical episode on one of the weeks we were there, and of course, during that, we had to sing songs about the Olympics. This is Tali and my duet to the LMFAO song Party Rock Anthem, and it was one of my favourites. This is a bit of fun. Let's hear this. LMFAO. Sounds like something you put on your salad. Olympic Games. Yeah, I went there. Yeah. Lots of sports. Let's sing about them. So many sports in the Olympic Games. We've got things like swimming and athletics. Don't forget those people who synchronized swim. Maybe head out to the beach and play some volleyball. Grab your stick and play fencing too. That's actually a sword, not a stick, you poo. I like putting hands on balls. And let's not forget about monopentathlon. You see where we're going with this? Down the toilet. Tali's actually shuffling right now in the studio. No word of a lie. In London for the Olympics, gotta play lots of different sports. Talking about all those things to see. Totally things like synchronized swimming. Get in the pool and swim around. Make me look like really cool. Then I go and see James Magnuson. And I'm swimming. Yo, I'm running on the track. It's really fast now cause I'm in the athletics and the discus and javelin. Yes, I am. Now let's head over to the sand and play some beach ball with Tali because she's gonna sing now.
I'm playing volleyball, it's awesome. Gonna hit the ball and spike it down. Wearing a bikini with no support, cause I'm a bad volleyball awesome. Then I'm gonna go to the athletics, throw a javelin and a shot put, jump over hurdles and a big pole, long jump, triple jump, yeah what? Every day I'm Olympic king. You're welcome. When it doesn't come in, just do it yourself.
You just totally... you gotta put this bit.
Shuffling. Olympicing. Go it up fast and be the first one to go across the line. Don't get mad because I'm a winning. Yeah. Suck on that. One more, another round. Yeah, I'm going to make it. One more hurdle to go. Don't fall down. Yeah, I'm going in a loop. I'm going to pass the baton, cause I'm in a relay race. Pass the baton, modern pentathlon, handball and fencing, beach volleyball, synchronized swimming, athletics and swimming, modern Greco-Roman wrestling. Put your hands up. Get up. Olympic ceremony, London, 2012, in the race. Greeks would be proud. Please make it stop.
Olympics in the house tonight. Going to London and causing a fight. Australia's gonna win the gold of the games. Modern pentathlon and beach volleyball. Other sports we have forgotten include soccer, I think. Let's put tennis in there. Oh, and shooting, taekwondo, water polo, the Olympics.
Yes, that happened. You are welcome because, well, that was fun and that's all that matters and you love hearing them.
The people that you meet in Melbourne at the Grand Prix, it's funny actually because this next person is generally a guest on the Qualifying Lap, now available via iTunes, one of the greatest shows in the world. But when it comes to the Brink, I don't actually think he's ever been on the Brink. Let's find out a little bit more from this person. It's 3 times Formula 1 world champion Nikki Lauda. Nikki, welcome to the Brink.
Who are you?
My name's Ben. You've met me before on the Qualifying Lap.
Oh yes. Oh, that's right.
You're very quiet this morning. We're actually waiting here in line, and I'm shocked to see you lining up to get into the track. What happened? Why can't you just get in? You're Nikki Lauda.
Oh, they wouldn't give me a pass for this season.
Why's that?
Bad behavior on the paddock.
Okay, so what have you just got a general admission ticket to?
Yes, I had to get a general admission. I get concession these days, you know.
Concession these days? Is it just the face, or I mean, what, they show them an ear or two and they just let you in?
Yes, that is it. Yes.
Now, would this be the very first time you've ever been to a Grand Prix as a pleb, as kind of just one of the regular folk?
What is regular folk?
People like myself who don't get fancy privileges and stuff. I've never won a Formula 1 World Championship, Nikki, so, you know, I kind of have to go on with the regular crew.
Oh, no. I've been to lots of Grand Prix like this, Ben. Yes, particularly the Canadian Grand Prix. The Canadians, they just don't like me, you know.
Why don't the Canadians don't not like anyone? Why are you any different?
Oh, it's something that happened back in the early 90s.
What happened in the early 90s? I'm intrigued now, Nicky.
Oh, well, I started a brawl in the pit lane.
In Montreal? Is it because of the French connection there? I mean, why is that?
Oh, well, there was another person there. And, you know, the celebrities that they have there sometime. George Lucas.
Oh, you're not a Star Wars fan?
Well, I was, you know. But he was there at the pit lane. And he came up to me and he called my mum a slag.
Really? That was a bit unusual. So he just walked up to you and was like, "Sup, Nicky, your mum's a slag."
Yes, it was just like that, Ben. So I punch him and they throw me out, they throw me away. And now I can't go Canadian Grand Prix with a pass. I have to get a ticket like everybody else.
And what happens when you get a ticket? Do you just find yourself in the crowd and do people come up to you and go, "Oh, you're Nicky Lauda, can I get a photo?" Or do you just tell them to piss off?
Oh, well, yes, no, I do that, Ben, because I don't like the fans, you know.
You don't? No, you don't. You don't. I mean, everyone here right now who's lined up behind you wants a piece of you, but you're just ignoring them. That's why you're wearing like this fake moustache, which I don't really think covers your face, Nick. I mean, your face is a bit recognisable, I guess you could say.
Oh, yes, no, I just tell them to rack off, you know.
Okay. What happened with Nico? You know, you've got Valtteri in the team now. Are you sad that Nico left? I mean, you're pretty outspoken. You're disappointed that he just left on you like that.
Valtteri, who is that?
Valtteri Bottas, your new driver for Mercedes-Benz Formula 1.
Bottas, how do I spell that, please?
B-O-T-T-A-S.
A-S?
A-S.
Oh, I thought it was O-S.
Bottas.
Bottas, yes.
No, Bottas.
Bottas or Batas?
Valtteri Bottas.
Batos.
So what do you think of him? Or do you not know who your own driver is?
Think of Batos?
Think of a boat, but with an AS at the end of it.
Oh, well, Ben, I don't really like him. I mean, I didn't even know that he was driving for us this year.
Do you know anyone who's driving? Who's your other driver?
Oh, Lewis. Oh, I love Lewis.
Did you and Lewis hang out New Year's Eve or something? Did you go to like a party with him in Hollywood?
Oh, no, Ben, I don't attend the same parties as Lewis.
Is he too cool for you?
Oh, he goes to, how you say, bad parties.
Oh, bad parties. He's with a bad crowd, is he?
Yes,
okay.
Trashy parties. That's what I'm looking for.
And Nicky Lauda goes to classy parties.
Yes, like tea parties.
Do you dress up in a little like skirt and like sippy cups with little dolls and things like that?
Who have you been talking to, Ben?
Apparently the right people. Do you have a prediction for the weekend, Nicky? I mean, our listeners would already know who won by the time they hear this, but just so people know if you're a fortune teller or not.
Oh yes, I think Lewis will be on pole. He likes the pole, you know, and I think he'll also win the race.
Really? Okay, cool. Do you know Bryce Gibbs by any chance?
Bryce Gibbs? No, who is that, Ben?
It doesn't matter.
Is he a driver?
Yeah, he drives in Australian Formula 1.
Who are the other drivers apart from this man, Batos?
In the whole sport of Formula 1?
Yes.
Have you heard of Stoffel Vandoorne?
Stoffel Vandoorne?
Yes.
How do I spell that, please?
I don't even know. Nicky, thank you for your time, and maybe we might get you on the Brink again in the future, if not the Qualifying Lap. We miss you on the Qualifying Lap, so thank you.
Oh, you want me back on the show again? Oh, much obliged.
Well, that's it, folks. Time to wrap it all up for another episode. We'll be back next week for another Brink. Bit of highlights, probably from Sydney as well, and some other things we'll have during the week. So thank you for your company. As always, you can find us on Facebook, The Brink Radio Show. Subscribe on iTunes. Remember to rate us, leave us feedback, everything else in between. And, of course, you can find all our other sister shows online, and we link them, of course, on our page as well. Thanks, everyone who joined us on the show this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and until we next speak again, thank you for your company. Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart, and good night.